In a world desperate for authentic voices, a spotlight can illuminate, but it can also expose. What if the very act of stepping into the light becomes a target on your back? She was a star, shining bright in a groundbreaking documentary, celebrated for her courage and joy, but for Rashida Williams, known to many as Koko Da Doll, newfound recognition brought an agonizing vulnerability. Have you ever considered the hidden dangers that come with finally being seen? The unsettling truth is, for some, visibility carries a deadly cost. Koko's story is a stark reminder that even as we champion progress, real dangers persist. Her life, a beacon of hope and self-acceptance, was extinguished just as her message was reaching the world. This isn't just a crime, it's a profound question about the safety of living authentically. If this story resonates, take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe. How could such a radiant life meet such a brutal end? Welcome to True Crime Footprint, where we unveil the darkest mysteries and the most chilling true crime tales. If you crave real-life crime stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat, you are in the right place. Kindly subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss any of our new stories. Your support keeps these stories alive. Born Rashida Williams, her story began in Southside College Park, Atlanta. Even at 13 years old, Rashida bravely embarked on her journey of self-discovery, embracing her gender identity. Her family, full of acceptance, stood by her side. She carried that spirit of authenticity throughout her life, never shrinking from who she was. How could such a radiant life meet such a brutal end? Rashida was a force, an aspiring rap artist. She released tracks like Trick in 2020 and Bulletproof in 2022, showcasing her talent. Her music even landed a spot on Showtime's The Chi in 2023. Beyond the mic, she harbored entrepreneurial dreams, planning her own hair brand. Her co-star, Dominique Silver, often spoke of Koko's deep passion for her art, her burning desire for it to succeed. Those who knew Koko spoke of her with immense affection. She possessed a beautiful bright smile that could brighten any room, described as one of Atlanta's finest and most loving transgender women. She cherished her loved ones deeply. Director D. Smith recalled Koko as a fun person, a party animal but sweet and quiet, with a charming southern grace. Dominique Silver noted Koko's protective nature, a common trait among black trans women in America, yet underscored her incredibly caring and warm soul. How could such a radiant life meet such a brutal end? Koko's participation in the documentary, Kokomo City, marked a significant moment. The film aimed to portray the human side of black trans women, moving beyond narratives of hardship. Koko embraced this platform, openly sharing her life. She was overjoyed about the movie, believing it would open more opportunities and doors for transgender girls, and save a lot of lives. She hoped this visibility would allow her to leave sex work behind, actively building towards a new life with her music and hair company. Just as Koko stood on the precipice of this new beginning, striving for profound personal change, her journey abruptly ended. What unseen force was lurking in the shadows, ready to extinguish this beacon of hope? The date was April 18, 2023, the time, a little before 11 p.m. Atlanta's Holmes Shopping Plaza, typically a place of everyday activity, was about to become the backdrop for a brutal act, at 2457 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive SW. What began as an ordinary evening quickly descended into something far darker. How could such a radiant life meet such a brutal end? Security cameras, positioned around the plaza, captured fragments of the unfolding events. Koko was seen near the pool area of the Peaks at MLK apartment complex.
I'm trying to figure something out. What do you get out of when you see a trans girl out in public and you be like, and you're announcing that that's a trans girl or that's a man or whatever you want to call it? What the do you get out of doing that? For one, it's not gonna stop shit. For two, all you're doing is making him curious.
Detectives later learned she'd met with a man at the complex entrance, who claimed Koko asked him for a charger. Moments later, Koko left the complex alone. Then, the silence of the night was shattered by the distinct sound of multiple shots. Cameras outside a nearby Wendy's restaurant reportedly recorded the shooting itself, a cold, unblinking record of the violence. A woman waiting at a nearby bus stop held a crucial piece of the puzzle. She saw Koko arguing with a man as Koko exited the apartment complex. The heated exchange continued as Koko crossed the road, moving into the street. Suddenly, 4 gunshots ripped through the air. The witness looked up to see Koko lying in the road, then immediately ran to find someone who could call emergency services. Surveillance footage captured the alleged shooter wearing a white hoodie with a distinct emblem and slides.
The Atlanta Police Department released a surveillance video tied to a recent homicide to help catch a killer. Check this out here, folks. Police want you to identify this person walking up the stairs, approaching the stairs, seen walking up to an apartment building wearing a number 2 Atlanta Falcons jersey. Police believe this person may have information into a deadly shooting of Rashida Williams, better known as Koko Da Doll. Now, her body was found Wednesday night right off of Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, and that's where we find 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn tonight. So, Cody, you spoke to a friend of Williams, and what are they hearing about her homicide?
So it's their understanding that Williams met somebody at a nearby mall at some point, got into a vehicle with this person, and then was shot. Her body dropped off here, where there's now a makeshift memorial outside the Holmes Plaza Center.
She was a beautiful soul, very caring, very giving, very warm. And she was living her truth, and she's a beautiful light and a big part of my heart.
A light now darkened and a heart crushed.
Not the way that I wanted my sister to leave this world.
Rashida Williams was shot, her body left on the side of the road. A life robbed from her at only 35 years old.
She had a lot of goals and hopes, and she was just a very positive, sweet person that was stuck in the struggles of being a Black trans woman in America.
Dominique Silver knows the struggle all too well. The two met thanks to their roles in the award-winning documentary Kokomo City.
Kokomo City is about the struggles of the Black transgender community and dealing with the struggles of sex work and the dichotomy within the Black community.
Video from a Chevron gas station nearby identified a man matching this description, Jamarcus Jernigan. 2 males were seen running from the scene seconds after the shots. Atlanta Police Department officers arrived to a devastating scene. They found a woman with a gunshot wound, unresponsive. Koko Da Doll was pronounced deceased right there. Homicide investigators swarmed the location, beginning what would become a high-profile case. What exactly transpired in those final moments, turning a bustling plaza into a crime scene? The pieces were there, but the full picture remained shrouded in a chilling silence. The cameras saw much, the witness heard more, but one crucial element remained unstated in the official warrant: the motive. The absence of this information leaves a void, allowing questions to linger. Was this a random act, or was there something more at play that night? The hunt for answers began swiftly. Atlanta police quickly released images of a person of interest to the public, seeking community assistance. The pressure mounted, and just days after Koko's murder, on April 26, 2023, the individual was identified as 17-year-old Jamarcus Jernigan. He surrendered at the Zone 1 precinct and was taken into custody without further incident. Jamarcus Jernigan now faces grave charges linked to Koko Da Doll's death.
We have some breaking news just into the newsroom. Police arresting a 17-year-old who they say killed a transgender woman here in Atlanta. Jamarcus Jernigan faces several charges, including murder and aggravated assault. Atlanta police say he turned himself in yesterday. Last week, Koko, also known by her loved ones as Rashida Williams, was gunned down on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive Southwest. She was the star of the documentary Kokomo City. The teen arrested in her murder is being held in the Fulton County Jail.
Murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. He remains held at the Fulton County Jail, without bond. Jernigan denies involvement in the shooting, though he admits being the person seen in the Chevron surveillance video near the crime scene. His mother, Ashley, firmly defended him, stating, "My son is not like that, and he didn't murder nobody." She also claimed he did not even own a gun. A significant detail remains unstated in the murder warrant: any specific motive. Police officials maintain they found no indication Koko was targeted for being transgender, and that the incident did not appear to be random. Yet, Koko's sister, Killia Williams, revealed police informed family members that the shooting could be classified as a hate crime. As the investigation continues, what are your thoughts on why Koko's life was cut short? Share your perspective in the comments below. With Jernigan behind bars, the immediate threat might have been contained, but the unsettling question remained: was Koko's death an isolated incident, or a brutal symptom of a wider, more dangerous reality faced by her community? Koko Da Doll's murder was not a singular tragedy. It was, heartbreakingly, part of a wider, urgent pattern. Her death marked the third fatal shooting of a transgender woman in Atlanta since early 2023. This points to a crisis far larger than one incident. Across the United States, data paints a stark picture. Black transgender women constituted a staggering 78% of all transgender women murdered between 2013 and 2021. This disproportionate violence extends beyond Atlanta.
I don't owe no bitch no apology about who I am. Like, I'm not about to keep apologizing about who the fuck I am. And bitches mad at me because I got dreams and I want a bigger and better for me. I'm not about to keep explaining myself to none of these bitches. I'm applying pressure on my own life.
Just weeks before Koko's death, Ashley Burton, another black transgender woman, was killed in Atlanta. Atlanta police stated Koko's murder was not related to other transgender homicides and found no indication the victim was targeted for being transgender. Yet, they simultaneously acknowledged the epidemic-level violence that black and brown transgender women face in America. This creates a troubling disconnect between official classifications and the broader, undeniable reality. Systemic barriers, heightened risk. Black transgender women often face profound systemic barriers, including inequities in education, employment, and housing. Such marginalization can compel individuals into sex work for survival, significantly increasing their exposure to violence. This highlights a cycle rooted in larger societal failures. This isn't just about individual acts, it's about a relentless, systemic assault. How many more must fall before the invisible walls of prejudice and marginalization finally crumble? Koko Da Doll's tragic death led to Kokomo City being dedicated to her. This made the film a powerful memorial and a call to action, amplifying her life and message. Director D. Smith stated, "Rashida was the latest victim of violence against black transgender women. She will inspire generations to come and will never be forgotten." Co-star Dominique Silver shared her deep sorrow that Koko didn't see the film's success, calling Koko a beautiful soul, a light to all of us. Producer Harris Doran added Koko was the sweetest, kindest and gentlest soul. Koko's dreams of a hair brand and a music career were within reach. Her life, full of promise, was cut short, yet, through Kokomo City, her voice echoes, advocating for those she sought to uplift. Koko Da Doll's footprint will never fade. Her story shows that visibility needs safety. Her life, though ending in violence, stands as a powerful example of resilience and the urgent need for change. If her story moved you, share this video to spread awareness, subscribe to True Crime Footprint for more stories that reveal unseen truths. Our hearts ache for Rashida's family, words feel inadequate, but please know you are held in deepest sympathy and prayers. May you find strength and comfort in memories of Rashida. Thank you for watching, for your attention, and for joining us on this journey of reflection. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and above all, stay safe. See you on our next video.